Do they have hydrogen airplanes yet?
They did back in um, the 1800s. They had dirigibles, like blimps that were filled with hydrogen, and those were like hydrogen airplanes, like the
Yeah.
Hindenburg.
That reminds me of our conversation about Antarctica and the ice wall. Just got to take those blimps over those airships
It'd be so cool to have a blimp.
over the Antarctica. Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know,
Where would you
like a
go
helicopter
first?
kind of. Where would I go first in a blimp if I had it here at my house right now? It's nighttime. Probably wait until the morning. I guess I would fly it out over like Lake Michigan. I don't know the range that they have, but
I mean, they fly them from like downtown, like all the way over the sports stadiums and then back to wherever they come from. So
sure, sure. I mean, yeah, I think that's typically only like 10 or 15 miles. There was a blimp near our house when we were growing up. It was in Carson. It was the Goodyear Blimp, and that was like LA's Goodyear Blimp. So anytime there was a sport event, it would take off close to kind of where my parents lived, and then it would fly to downtown or to Dodger Stadium or to, you know, wherever it was going. It was cool. You could drive
why
past
do you
it when you
think
see it.
Goodyear has the monopoly on blimps?
It's a good question. How'd they get into the blimp game?
Because they're a tire manufacturer,
Is it
right?
rubber? Is it a giant like rubber bladder, like a tire material?
I don't know. I just thought that Goodyear would be like a land-based company, but I guess this
Like most companies. But
it is it is just a fucking huge tire in the sky with some fans on it,
I
I
guess
guess.
so.
Speaking of tires, Lamborghini CEO has said consumers are holding off on buying high-end cars because of
This was
tariffs.
so asinine. Yes, probably people that can afford fucking Lamborghinis aren't buying them because they're more expensive right now. That's kind of what he's saying. But what it sounds like is like, oh, people aren't buying our super expensive cars right now. Yeah, because it's
Isn't that a
the economy
shame?
sucks.
Poor Lamborghini.
I know. I want Lamborghini to do well because I like cars a lot and I like Lamborghini a lot. But it's one of those things you can't complain about people not buying because nobody's buying them anyway. They're selling what, a few thousand a year?
He probably only needs one guy to keep him afloat. Like one guy needs to buy one Lamborghini per year to like make the company like just
They're pretty
stable.
big.
And
They're owned by Volkswagen now. And
oh, that sucks. No wonder they're doing terribly.
you had a Volkswagen for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's a good company.
No, it didn't start off too
It was,
great, that's for sure. Um
their roots. They had some troubling
yeah,
roots.
it's pretty well known, I think.
Though we did see a Beetle this weekend, and we were like, "Damn, that thing is pretty cool." With it was a convertible
Yeah.
Beetle, the newer
Hmm.
ones, and I was like, they keep the style alive, and it still looks good.
They don't make them anymore, unfortunately, but I did really like the new Beetle. They don't
Really?
make the Beetle anymore.
Okay,
Not for the last 5 years or so, I think. But I remember when the new one came
that's how
out when I was a
long.
kid. It was a big deal. I really liked it. It was just different.
With the little flower,
Hmm.
uh, the little flower vase in the center
Yeah, and it
console.
has a little antenna
Like people are,
poking out the top. Yeah.
they were made for people that shop at Trader Joe's.
Oh, if you could show me a chart of the percentage of Volkswagens that have ever been parked in a Trader Joe's parking lot, dude, or a Whole Foods or a Gelson's or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's got to
that
be
would be
high, right? I
amazing.
mean, it's got to be what you think, like 75, 80% of every single one.
We'll pull the chart up next
Yeah,
week.
we'll put some research together on that one for sure. Top priority. Um, but I really liked it, and then they came out with the Volkswagen Turbo, the Turbo Beetle. that I think had like
Right.
250 horsepower or something like that, which isn't crazy, but in a tiny car with a turbo, that's
Yeah.
pretty sick. And I think they were all-wheel drive too. It was like a little
And a
GTI.
huge windshield. You felt like you were on like in the road itself when you're on in the car driving it. Like you felt like you were like almost like the Volkswagen
Yeah,
bus, you know, where you like
really
really
good.
felt like you were in front
Mhm.
of it.
Really good yeah, sight lines or whatever it's called, visibility. I was just trying to think back. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been in one before.
No, I yeah, they're decent. Um I think Audi TT was the one that really was like it might as well have been a Volkswagen Beetle.
Hmm.
It looked like a Beetle, but it was just a sports car. That was a trippy when it first came out, the
Yeah,
Roadster.
yeah.
That one definitely kind of had that Beetle-esque. They were like stealing the thunder from
Yeah,
Beetle.
well, they're one company now too, so that makes sense. Volkswagen owns everything.
There's there's just like three companies in the world, and we're just like, yeah,
If you look at
it's
an
pretty
like if
amazing.
you look at the Audi, I think it's the RS3, which is the smaller hatchback. I'm not sure. And then you look at a GTI, the parts are the same essentially. Like everything's the same. And then even on Lamborghinis, you'll have Volkswagen parts like they'll be stamped because they were made in a Volkswagen factory. Um, So it sucks, and Bugatti also is Volkswagen. That's their highest line of cars.
And they all look like the Beetle.
Yeah, they follow very the styling trend. So the more they can influence the styling of cars by making all of these different makes similar, it increases their language, their design language in the market. So then people that like the styling of a Volkswagen, what are they going to get when they get a little bit more money? They're going to get an Audi. When somebody that likes, they've had a Volkswagen and an Audi, what's their next thing they're going to get? A Lamborghini? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not.
Maybe an Innie.